Hey YouTube family, how are you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Barry's Musi Mods Part 2. So Part 1 is in the description below if you guys want to go check it out. But basically Barry has an M-Musi Telecaster and he wanted to put Sarah Duncan 59 humbucker in the neck, which we did in that last video, and then we did a little sound check and it was pretty cool. Barry was so impressed with that humbucker, he asked me what I thought about putting a Seymour Duncan 59 in the bridge position. And I said, well, it can be done, but we're going to need to do some routing, and we're going to need to change the bridge plate. Either go with a big, those big telly style 6-saddle bridge plates with a humbucker route in the middle, or a shorty bridge, and then you can go 6 saddles or vintage looking with the 3-barrel saddles, and then have a humbucker trim ring, and we could go with that. So that's what he decided to do. So there it is. it's all in pieces. So firstly, you'll notice that this has just been routed. So we got the humbucker template that I ordered off Amazon. And Barry did the routing himself. He's a woodworker and he's got all the cool tools, and he did a great job. The only issue is these have shielding paint inside, and now obviously when we did the route, shielding's gone, so I'm just going to put some copper foil shielding tape in there just to reshield everything. And the neck, all we did to the neck was add a string tree. He asked if once we put it together, if I could throw a string tree on the B and the E string, so we did that. All the other parts are in here. So there's the humbucker 59 that we used in the neck position, and all the hardware. I did pull out the 250K volume pot, and I installed a 500K B taper pot. So it should be fairly responsive with the volume now. And so now obviously we're going to have to rewire the pickups to this. And everything's ready for the output jack. So this plate is ready to go. So really all we have to do is reassemble. And as far as the bridge, we are going with a Music Lily Ultra Shorty Bridge, which is just fantastic. Look at this thing. Man, that's beefy. Some good weight to it. It's got the compensated brass saddles. Really nice. And it's a 4-hole mount, so it'll directly mount right on to the original Musi body without having to alter anything. And since the pickguard is black, we decided to go with a black trim ring. So for the humbucker, so that'll go right here where the route is, obviously, and that should blend in nicely with the pickguard, and the rest of the hardware will be chrome. Anyway, I did order some chrome trim rings, so we can swap it out, see what looks better, but I think the black will tie this area in better. But all right, so let's get started. I just went ahead and I drilled a hole because I know they're humbuckers, you don't really need it, but I'm going to run a ground wire to the bridge because this is an early model Musi, and the early model Musis did not have a ground wire run to the bridge. So I'm just going to run one. So I drilled a little hole. It's going to come out right here, and then it's going to go into the cavity, and we'll be all set. The bottom done. All right, here it is. All done. I just ran the wire right there. And we can put this bridge in place. Perfect. This Music Lily stuff just fits perfectly. Now we can reinstall this pickguard. This cable in here. screw that down. You don't have to watch me do that. All right, that's installed. Here's the new pickup. You got it used, so hopefully they didn't hack up the wiring. I don't know if it was ever installed. We're going to find out in a sec. Well, yeah, it was installed, but it looks good. They didn't hack it up too much. You can see the solder on the side here. These metal braided wires only have to be soldered. So the live is in the middle. There it is. And then you only have to solder the outer casing to the pot. All right, so that's installed. That's what we have so far. We'll do the output jack first and then snug that up. Easy peasy. I'm just installing some heat shrink tubing. If this steel braid touches anything in there, it's going to short something out. And that should be it. So all we got to do is tuck this neatly into the cavity. And that's her. There's what we have so far, folks. Alright, just gotta clean it up. Restring. Last string. Alright, this thing is ready to go. I just have to set the intonation, then we'll plug it in. Just finished checking intonation and sounds pretty darn good to me. Alright, let's plug this thing in. I'm running through my pedal board that's right down here. You guys have seen this before. A couple of drive pedals, compressor, delay. There's a wah in there that I barely use, a tuner, and a boost pedal, which I don't need when I play here. And again, I'm going through that small 110 cab that I built in my shed. It was a kit. And there's a Jensen P10R speaker in there. So it's an Alnico 10-inch speaker. And I'm using this little tiny Vox MV50 head. Guitar is nice and quiet. Awesome. Here's full tone, full volume, G chord. That kind of sounds like when the night comes. I don't know how to play that song. It just kind of sounded like it. So on this amp, right now I have the gain like at 10. And for typical single coil tellies, like my other Musis, like that's clean. But with this guitar, with the humbuckers, it's on the verge of breakup. If I dig in, it's almost overdriving. Hear that? But I installed a B500K pot. So they're very like linear. So just dial it down a bit. Cleans right up. works well. If it's too bright, I'm going to add compressor because I like compressor. Just tightens everything up. Extremely spanky, even though it's a humbucker and you can't split them. This thing has some twang. Add a bit of delay. Just a little. Holy smokes, this thing is awesome. I love it. Middle position. Neck position. Oh, it's big. But you heard it last time if you heard the last video. Because we had put this in, but it had a 250K pot in the last video. Bridge with a little bit of drive. Holy smokes, this thing is bitey and articulate. It's awesome. So here's the neck with a little overdrive. on the bridge. Here's high gain on the neck. We'll stack the drives and see what we get. Oh, we get a little bit hissing noise out of the amp there. Holy spiffy pants, Batman! This thing is awesome. Wow. SD59s. Yep. A little bit of routing, different style bridge. Wow, this thing is a telly killer right here. Oh, pretty good. Barry, I hope you like it. It's awesome. Thanks for following me on Barry Mods. You guys take care. God bless. And remember, keep rocking that 6-string. Doesn't matter what name's on the headstock. If you like it, it's a good guitar.